Well, good morning everyone and welcome back to the cabin. I'm sure that you all have seen by now all of the videos and pictures on the internet and the news of all of the destruction that happened in the Appalachian area, Carolinas and Tennessee. It's going to be a long time before we can get things rebuilt that will resemble anything normal, because it'll probably take a lifetime with the bridges, railroads, roads themselves, and a lot of other things that were destroyed in the path of all of that raging water. Anyway, we're probably going to be overcast for a few more days too before things kind of get back to normal as far as weather goes. But anyway, I've got this solar array that I'm working on down here, and I need to put a few more screws in. Then I'm going to put the toe board on. We're getting ready to add the solar panels to the array. So you all hang in there. We're getting ready to get started. You hear that? I had to reel the cameras in no sooner than I got started. That's my problem, is it's raining intermittently, and I go out and I get set up to work and it starts sprinkling again. So then I come back in, and then when it stops I go back out, and when it starts sprinkling I come back in. So we may have to work like this for another day or two because somebody thinks that we need more water. So I certainly wish they would turn it off. Well, it finally quit raining, and I had to come up here and get another battery. And I thought, you know, while I'm heading down back towards the sawmill, I'll take this little first aid kit. That's what Jennifer's friend brought to me right there, so that I can keep something down there at the sawmill and I don't have to run up here to the cabin to try to dress a wound if it happens. Anyway, I was able to get that little knee board on there, but I've got to screw it in from the back side. So let's see if we can get that done.
I'm finishing up the remaining screws where I had ran short last video. I'm starting off with a 5-foot piece of unistrut because the next piece will actually run across where the wooden frame for the array was built, and it will only serve to help strengthening it and making it stronger. That post that's right there in front of me, this is where that piece of unistrut is crossing where the wooden frame was spliced together. This will help, like I said, to strengthen it and make it stronger.
All right, this has to be 73 1/4. Looks like right about in there. We're just about done with this unistrut. Then we can move to something else. I'm going to drill these holes in here. That way I can put a washer and a nut on it and tighten it down, and that should hold it. I might have to put one up here, but I don't think so. I think that this might hold it, but I may still have to add some bracing. We'll have to wait and see. And we gotta have a 10-inch bolt. I tell you what, friends, the devastation and the total destruction of everything in the path of that water, the flood, western North Carolina and Tennessee, unbelievable. It rained probably 3 days before that even happened. And then when that happened, it dumped a bunch more rain and just couldn't contain it. So this will be a mark in history as far as this area goes, Appalachian area, of the Great Flood of 2004 or 2024. But I really feel for those people that came home to nothing, literally not even a home, washed down river, sitting at a lake bottom somewhere. But anyway, it's going to take some time. and it's going to take a whole lot of work. So if you all have any means to help support those people, give to any fund or just send some stuff, you know, anything would be appreciated. So if you have any means to do so, please do so, because I know that it would be greatly appreciated. I managed to find enough of these large washers here without having to go back to the hardware store, because I'll tell you what, town is crazy since all of that devastation that we've had. I'm trying to stay away if I can, unless I'm over there helping to give any relief out. But I managed to find enough washers like this so that it doesn't suck it in too tight when I crank down on here. And I believe I can tighten these up and these bolts right here, because that is really sturdy. The whole thing moves when I move it. And I'm thinking that these two bolts right here tightened down may be sufficient for this. But in the event that, you know, I don't really feel good about it, I've still got this little bracket that I started down here. I may go ahead, because the summertime this is going to be tilted a lot farther back, and it would just, in the high, you know, March and through into the summer when we have storms, there could be a lot of uplift on this. So I may still go ahead and put a brace in here for the summertime. We'll just have to wait and see how it works out. I've got my 50-degree angle marked here. What I'm doing now is marking the summer, or my 20-degree angle, which is right here. That way I can make sure that every post is right before I start drilling my holes. Well, once we get these holes drilled, we'll change the angle and go back and drill the others. Well, I've got all of the others drilled. This is the last one. I am putting a washer and a nut on here that's got Teflon in it, so that will be able to lock, and then I'm going to use a lock washer on the other side here. Now we'll get this last one put in here, and we'll be set to go, I believe, if I haven't forgot anything. Well, I've got all of these bolts in here now, and I'll tell you what, it's really sturdy. So that may be all that I have to do to it. Like I said, we're going to try that and see. Now the batteries that I've got in the system, all the solar panels that I have, I was told by one of the techs with Signature Solar that it would charge. These panels would actually charge up the batteries that I have in about 2 hours if I had good sunlight. So without having to try to drill any other angles, I'm just going to try the two. We'll try it this winter and next year, and if I get plenty out of this, because like I say, I've only got 3 batteries, then I really won't need any more. But I have room to add some more angles if I need them. But yeah, they're really sturdy, and I would have to move all of the posts before I did anything. So I was wondering if I needed to put a 1/2 inch, but this 3/8, it may hold it. So we're going to go ahead and try that, like I said, to see how that works, and we can always adjust it later. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, it's been like airplane central around here, with all of the airplanes one right after the other, and helicopters going back and forth up through the valley here, I guess heading towards western North Carolina and monitoring what's happening here in Tennessee. But I'll tell you, we've been having trouble with a bear pilfering around the area. My neighbor, I went up to see him yesterday to check on him, see how he was, and he said that he was sitting there at the computer and the dogs were raising Cain, and he happened to notice, he looked out the front door and there was a bear sitting on the porch eating out of a bowl that he had with bird seed in it. So I've got a piece on my side, and I didn't want you to get alarmed during the rest of the video when I was doing some building out here, because you know, the last thing that I want to happen is for the dogs to get messed up or tangled up, you know, with a bear. So I've got this piece on my side. Maybe I could fire some warning shots and run it off, you know, because I'm not interested in killing a bear. They only come down out of the hills in the late fall like this to raid the apple orchards and garbage cans if they can, then they go back up to higher ground. But anyway, let's go ahead and get busy out here. I've had comments on, hey, it's summertime, why are you building a fire? Well, if you've ever lived in the mountains or in the woods, then you know why. Because it will help to keep all of the gnats, the flies, and all the bugs away. And gives you a chance to clean up all these scraps. say anything, right? You understand exactly what I'm talking about. These are going to be 66 inches. I need a bunch of studs for this back wall.
Go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Order in the court. Well, what we doing?
Jennifer came by. Stephen and I were down there laying out for the footers for them to start digging. I think they're going to start next week, right?
No, they're starting tomorrow morning, actually.
Okay. Well, anyway, so just to let you guys know, there may be a lot of background noise in the Outpost videos for quite some time because they're going to be working right next to us. But anyway, she came to bring me something to eat and she wanted to check it out. You think we did a good job?
I think you did a phenomenal job, and who better to do it than Dad and Steven, right? I do, guys, have the truest joke today. Do you want to hear it? What do you call a female who's ready for the weekend? Jennifer, because she gets to see your dad.
Well, guys, they're down here working, so I thought I would give you a little update. We'll see what's going on down here. So yeah, if you all like me adding a lot of this footage in here to these Outpost videos, then be sure and leave me some comments down there and let me know. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here because I've got a log on the sawmill that I need to saw up some more framing material and some siding for this new building. Anyway, friends, thanks so much for stopping by. We certainly do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.